How's it going, guys? This is Bailey here with Rogers Performance Marine in Southern Utah. Behind me, I have Lund's new 2026 1875 crossover. So they've done a great job with the refresh for 2026. This has already been a super popular boat for us, one I've really grown to love. It's been that traditional do-it-all boat in the aluminum fish boat market. So whether you're going out to fish with the guys for the weekend, you're taking the family out to ski, tube, wakeboard, whatever it is, they call it the crossover for a reason. You can cross over between fish, ski, and then just general water sports recreation from there. So like I say, they did do a refresh on the exterior as well as the interior, change up some body lines, graphics, the way the exterior looks. It's already a great looking boat, but it was time for a little bit of a refresh. And then on the interior, they did a great job. So I do want to take you through, show you some of the features of the boat, and then go over the changes for 2026 as well. So we're going to start on the exterior, move to the inside, and show you what this boat's all about. So let's go check it out. Okay, so going over the exterior of the boat, we'll talk about the 2026 product changes as well as an overview of the exterior. So first thing you're going to notice is going to be the graphics change for 2026. They did a great job on that. What I love about this is when I was building this boat online, getting it ordered for our showroom, like no matter what color combination you went with, it looked great. Obviously the white and black, super easy to go with just about anything. I like the red graphicing, matches the Pro XS motor we chose. It all ties this boat in together. Another change that does stand out if you're familiar with the crossover model, but is pretty subtle as well, is how they roll the back of this towards the transom. This used to just be flat, and then it would come straight down. Now it's got this nice rolled edge, looks really good. The crossover is, like I say, they're crossover between fishing and then water sports, so they want to have a sporty look, and I think between the graphics and then that new body line, they did a great job. While we're covering the exterior, just to kind of tell you what you're looking at, this is Lund's upgraded diamond plate trailer. All of ours are bunk trailers. We don't do roller trailers here. So this is the diamond plated bunk trailer with the Lund guard, very similar to like a rhino lining, keep rock chips and stuff from scratching up your trailer. When you do that, you get diamond plated fenders, the upgraded wheels and tires, and then you get the load guides as well. This one is equipped with the spare tire as well as the bow step also. Now let's go over to the motor, then we'll hop up inside the boat. All right, now going over what you see here at the transom. So on this one, we ordered it with the Mercury Pro XS. This is the 175 horsepower V6. All the boats we're going to stock here, generally speaking, are going to come with max horsepower, which is what we have on this at 175 horsepower. Most of the lakes we're going to be fishing are going to be 3,000 feet, all the way up to even 8,000 feet in altitude. So we want to make sure we have the most motor possible. Whether you're just fishing or the days you're going to be pulling the skier, you do want to have that extra power, especially if you've got a loaded boat. When we do that, always go with the stainless steel prop. Right now from the factory, it's got the 19 pitch Tempest Plus. If it stays here locally, we'll probably stick with that. But if our customer ends up on the mountain lakes, we'll probably drop it down to a 17 pitch just to get ultimate performance out of it. A couple other things to note on the transom: you can run a kicker motor on this. We don't order the impacts or the crossovers with kicker motors all the time. It's kind of a 50-50 split. With the way trolling motors are going and lithium batteries and things like that, we've found more and more customers are opting out of the kicker motor and just going with electric bow mounted trolling motor on that 18-foot and smaller boat. 19s, 20s, you're seeing a lot of gas powered kickers still on the back. And then of course that depends on fishing style and area of fishing. Last thing to show on the back, it is kind of a minor detail, but nice to have. When you do get the custom bunk trailer, you do get the ratcheting transom straps, so you can just quickly press a button in there, get those out of your way. It's kind of like a seat belt, nice and easy to use. And then when you're done with it, just hook it back up, ratchet it down, and it's safe to trailer. So now let's climb up inside and go over the interior features and changes. Okay, now time to check out the interior of this boat. At the helm is where you're going to see the majority of the changes for 2026, or the larger changes in my opinion. So starting with the driver's console, first thing you're going to notice is they've gone and moved the gauges from up top on the console down lower. What this does is gives us a lot more room for our fish finders and our graphs. We're starting to see a lot of 9s, 10s, and 12s almost becoming standard. People even upgrading into the 15s, and we definitely see a lot of dual graph setups up on the console. So they moved the gauges out of the way, like I say, gave us a lot more room. For reference, I do have a Humminbird Explorer 10 here on the console. Still have plenty of room. I didn't have to do an aftermarket mounting device to this, so it's going to be hard mounted to the dash. There's going to be very little vibration in it, a lot clearer image, and I still have perfect view through my windshield without it all being cluttered. Moving down on the dash, they did drop the gauges down low, so I do have my fuel, trim, and tachometer down here. Nice billet aluminum look, matches all the switching below as well as the steering wheel, really giving it that sporty look that the crossover really deserves. Speaking of that, you may have noticed in the exterior they changed the window for 2026. Again, the crossover is their sporty model. They needed a windshield to kind of match that. It's a great look. It kind of matches that sporty feel of everything. Few little notes. You do have a wireless charger here. Just slide your phone right in there. Keep your phone charged while you're on the water. And then it's the little details, right? So Lund doesn't waste any space. I've got quick grab or pocket storage is what I'll call it below the console. Throw your phone, keys, wallet, whatever, things that you're going to be accessing throughout the day here. And then below that, port and starboard side, I do have my locking under console drawers. I can use those for plano boxes. But again, they're locking, so I can throw my valuables in there as well. Moving over to their rod locker, this is going to be one of the more subtle changes for 2026, but in my opinion, it's a huge change. So your traditional rod locker, fully locking in there so you can keep your valuable fishing equipment safe and stored away in there. But what you may notice is going to be the new battery storage compartment. It's going to be located under the panel here. A couple things with that. By doing this in the old 2025 and older crossovers, your trolling motor batteries were going to be taking up some of the storage in the bow of the boat. Now they've moved it down in here, so my bow storage is all open for my gear. So if you're running a 24-volt system, it's all nicely tucked away in here. If you are running a Quest series or a 36-volt compatible trolling motor, you do have the option to put 2 batteries here, then 1 up in the traditional location in the bow. But either way, it's freeing up quite a bit of storage with those batteries being moved down there. And then with the cost of like lithium batteries in today's world, it's nice to have them locked and out of the way. Moving down lower from the rod locker, I do have our ski locker, another part of what makes a crossover the crossover. Not all of our storage is going to be dedicated to fishing equipment, so I can throw tubes, ropes, skis, wakeboards, whatever I want down in there, get it nice and out of the way. I can lock it. If I'm not using the boat this weekend for skiing and wakeboarding, I can, of course, use that, throw a cooler in there or additional tackle in there. Moving over to our passenger side console. Same thing, new windshield change. We've got cup holder on the port side. Nice locking glove box that does have a charger in there for USB, micro USB. Very deep storage, a lot of room in there. And then same as the driver's side, I've got my quick grab storage in here, and then or pocket storage, and then my under console drawers as well, fully locking. Use that for whatever I need. Few last details. I do love the new interior lighting for 2026. You can see I've got it on. It's fully dimmable. You can change the brightness level on it. This is great for fishing at night or early mornings. It's a little harder to see. Then it also adds that sporty look the crossover is going for. So we've got that. And then on this one, we ordered it with the standard Pro Ride seats. This does have the Air Ride pedestals, so I can adjust the height, and then it's a little smoother ride as well. I am a big fan of the Pro Ride seats. Again, they are standard in this model, actually in all models now. Super comfortable, easy to get in and out of, and I like the way they look. So let's move up into the bow and show you some changes there. Okay, now to show you the bow of this boat. So I do have 2 of these bow cushions that'll fill in there, give you a nice spot to lay out. They did change the backrest and then the overall look of the cushions for 2026. I do like the backrest for this year. They seem a little thicker, a little more dense, should be a little more of a comfortable ride for those hanging out in the bow. On each side, I'm going to have nice deep storage in there. You can actually throw downriggers in there. I mean, there's a lot of room in there. And again, like I mentioned earlier in the video, this storage is not compromised by batteries anymore, unless you want to run the 36-volt. 18-foot boat doesn't necessarily need a 36-volt trolling motor. We'll probably set this one up 24-volt, which would give us a ton of storage up here. Even if you did run the 36-volt, we only have 1 battery, still going to have a lot of storage. Couple little notes: gas assisted shock to hold your storage compartment open, completely sealed storage compartment with the rubber gasket there, and then the aluminum deck, so no more wood. Same thing on the port side. You can take and remove this seat, gain access to the storage there. And then further up in the bow, I do have storage. This is where the foot pedal is going to go for the trolling motor. It is locking as well, so you can keep your stuff secure in there. You can see, like I mentioned earlier, got the full length LED interior light strip that goes bow to stern. 2 Rockford Fosgate stereo speakers up in the bow. We do have some more in the cockpit. It makes for a nice sound system in the boat. And then our plug for our trolling motor there. So now we'll move to the aft, show you the rest of what's to see inside this boat. Okay, now moving to the back of the boat, a few more things I want to show you. So first I want to show the seats that are going to flip up here towards the transom area. So 2 seats allow me to fit 6 people in this cockpit very comfortably. You can flip the bases of the seat up, gain access to storage compartments as well as to your batteries. The way this one's equipped, we do have a battery port on the starboard side underneath these seats. I do have a large live well in here. This one again is fully locking as well. Nice deep live well, ton of room in there. With the rear seats, you can take and flip these down. This is going to open up into a large fishing platform. So I've got a full deck area I can walk around on while I'm fishing. A few other little things. So this one is equipped with a sport top, and it does, of course, have the ski tow bar to go with the crossover, and gain access to that by flipping up this here. I can pull my sport top out, throw it up if it gets rainy or if the sun's too strong, and then my ski tow bar is located in there as well. You can just plug that in quick and easy so you can tow a wakeboarder around in the middle of the day. Few little details. They've got port and starboard side storage. Again, they don't waste any space, so any spot that they can come up with storage, they do. This is on the port side, is going to run all the way up to the co-captain's chair, and then the starboard side, quite a bit of room in there as well. Lastly, you can see they added the step pads on the gunnel, so moving in and out of the boat onto the dock. Nice place to step, not going to scratch the paint, and you're not going to slip going in onto the dock or into the boat. Should go over all the changes for 2026 as well as give you a good overview of the crossover. So yeah, check us out. It's rogersperformancemarine.com. We like to have one of these on the showroom at all times for you to come in and see. Then hopefully we can get you on the water in a Lund fish boat this year. Thanks.